Kristen Akila's entry into the Bullock by-election has put more sizzle into a contest already up there as potentially one of the most significant by-elections in recent years. A decade ago Maxine McHugh took the Sydney seat from John Howard, in the general election won by Labor. If Keela could wrest the electorate once again for Labor, the opposition would inflict a massive blow on the coalition. Possibly one that would spell the end of Malcolm Turnbull's leadership. A defeat would, in short, be catastrophic for the government. On the other hand, if the swing against the Liberals was limited, that would help a besieged government and put some heart into its backbench. By-elections can be seminal political moments. The Liberals' loss of the Queensland seat of Ryan in 2001, with a 9.7% swing, the precise margin Bullock is on, galvanised and embattled Howard. Retaining the Victorian seat of Aston a few months later, with a swing of only 3.7%, was seen as something of a turning point for the government. In 2015, then Prime Minister Tony Abbott faced the Canning by-election in Western Australia, with the shadow of Malcolm Turnbull's ambition hanging over him and warnings of dire consequences if the seat fell. When party polling suggested it would be saved, Turnbull preempted a positive result by launching his challenge before polling day. John Alexander, 66, who fell foul of the dual citizenship crisis so creating this by-election, won Bullock from McHugh in 2010. The one-time tennis star hasn't reached the Frotbeck and is rarely in the national news, though he did arc up on housing affordability. But he is locally active and popular. In the difficult 2016 election he achieved a swing toward him. There had been speculation this might be his last term in Parliament. He'd sold his home in the electorate, but now he's committed to contesting the next election if he wins the by-election. He has said his move was downsizing and that he is looking for an apartment in the seat. Appearing with Bill Shorten on Tuesday, Keela was careful to declare Alexander a lovely guy, though sloppy with his paperwork. He has to tie up his renunciation of British citizenship before nominating. Presumably the UK bureaucrats are not dawdling. In tapping Keela to run, Shorten has both gone for the big hit and taken a gamble. The former New South Wales Premier is well known, media savvy and campaign hardened. She's most recently worked for Sky. She's in practice at talking a lot and thinking on the run. In political terms, she's the quintessential star candidate. But her background is from the bad times of New South Wales Labor politics, the days of Eddie Obeid and Ian MacDonald, both in jail, and Joe Tripodi. The Labor Premier she displaced, Nathan Rees, said his successor would be a puppet of Obeid and Tripodi, to which she retorted, "I am nobody's puppet. I am nobody's girl." The coalition has an arsenal to use against her, and has immediately started to fire its bullets. Don't let Kristen Akilah do to Bullock what she did to New South Wales, Turnbull said from the Philippines. She is Bill Shorten's hand-picked candidate, so obviously Eddie Obeid and Bill Shorten have formed the same view about Kristen Akilah. Ministers Greg Hunt and Scott Morrison had similar lines.